There are many ways quizzes can be implemented into a visitor management kiosk, from COVID questionnaires and safety orientations to job applicant information and basic testing. The possibilities are endless. LobbyFox gives you the power to get answers to any questions you may have from a person visiting your facility. With the release of LobbyFox version 1.11, we've completely reworked quizzes and now have a form section. To access this, you go to Library and then select Forms. From here, you will click Create New. Inside of the Forms section, you can now create quizzes, surveys, and acknowledgments. Quizzes can be passed or failed, resulting in various actions. Surveys have no wrong answers and are used to collect information, and acknowledgments can be used for things like agreements. Let's create a quiz. Enter the quiz name. Let's set up a COVID quiz. A reserve period, let's make it once every week that they have to retake this quiz. And they cannot retry it, so 0-minute retry period, because if they fail a COVID quiz, we don't want them to retake it, right? For the failure message, let's say something along the lines of, sorry, you have failed the COVID quiz. Please try again once you have been symptom-free for more than, say, 48 hours. Actually, let's change that reserve period to 2 days because that's the 48-hour period. Now, questions. So, do you currently have a fever? Option 1, no. To add next option, you just select Add Answer Option. Option 2, yes. The correct answer would be no. Let's add another question. Are you experiencing any common cold symptoms? Yes or no. All right. Have you been in contact with anyone that has tested positive for COVID in the last, let's say, 7 days? Yes. No. Save changes. Now you will see that there is a COVID quiz, and you can select which types of visitors have to take that quiz. For this, we will put all, because we don't want any sick people entering our facility to spread disease. All right, let's create a new form. And for this one, let's do an acknowledgement. So for the acknowledgement, let's say they are going to be agreeing to follow our safety guidelines. So it is a safety guideline acknowledgement. This reserve period, let's make them take it once every month, so 30 days. No retry period. If they fail to agree to this, we're sorry, but we do not allow permission to enter our facility if you do not agree to our safety guidelines. For the reserve period, let's change that actually to 2 minutes, because that way they have a moment to say, wait, I have to agree to these. And we can let them on in the facility, but no matter what, they have to agree to follow our safety guidelines. Condition 1, Do you agree to follow all of the safety guidelines that have been presented to you in your safety orientation, as well as any further guidelines you may be presented? Save those changes. Now we have a safety guideline acknowledgement in place. It does allow for groups, and actually let's make that individual. Every person has to do it on their own, and we will make contractors follow it, inspectors follow it, regulatory authorities follow it. That's more just to show them, hey, we are serving this to other people. A walk-in must follow it. Family. Food delivery, they're not going to be entering the facility, so there's no need for them to follow this. Corporate. And truck drivers. Alright, so now we have created a COVID questionnaire as well as a safety guideline acknowledgement. So let's say you have a lot of job applicants that enter your facility on a regular basis. Let's create a survey for them so that you can learn where they're coming from and how they're hearing about you. Job applicant walk-in survey. Reserve period, we'll go 30 days. For question 1, what is your name? Written answer. For all of these questions, we will go with written answer. Add another question. How did you hear about us? Add another question. Are you interested in employment? And one more. Are you currently employed? If so, where? So now you have a very basic questionnaire. Actually, we'll add one more to get their contact information, which we already have a lot of their contact information from the check-in process, but we don't have their email. So for our last one, we will ask for their email. What is an email address we can reach you at? Alright. So now we have created a survey for job applicants. So we will select just walk-ins for this because they're the only visitor type that could be a job applicant.